Hello and good evening. We're going to talk about a couple of things tonight, and we're going to end kind of early. We've had some unexpected friends come in, and I don't want to be rude and being here, and Dina's in there, and so I hope you will forgive me. I hope everybody had a happy new year. A couple of prayer requests, real quick. Sergeant Melinda, she's got COVID. Her family's got COVID. I don't know how many of them have COVID, but she's been dealing with that. I think one of her children has it, and her has it. So we want to be praying for her a speedy recovery, and hopefully it won't turn into pneumonia or something worse. And we want to really give her a lot of prayer because she's been real active on this channel. We also want to, if you would, continue praying for my wife's cousin. Her boy, 19-year-old boy, died, I think it was yesterday, of complications of a motorcycle accident. And he was 19. He had just got an apartment and new girlfriend. And so it's a very, very sad situation. And they're going to need some peace in their life after this. Even though most of us know where we're going, and we don't, it's always burdensome for a loss on the family, and it's hard to understand sometimes why things happen. The boy, I understand, a woman in a minivan ran a red light and hit him. He just got a brand new motorcycle, and he was killed. So very sad situation. So a lot of prayers, asked for prayers for the family and their time of grief. Because and anybody dies that young, and in law enforcement, I've seen young deaths all the way down to you work SIDS and everything else, and it's always hard when they're the one case that haunts me even to this day was a little 11-year-old boy that I saw get hit by a car and killed, and ended up working the accident too. So very tough, very, very tough. Still haunts me to this day. Want to discuss a couple of cases with you. And then, like I said, I am going to end this kind of quickly this afternoon just because I don't want to leave them in there and me kind of be rude out here, even though I don't call it rude. I think we probably is doing some good. I hope we do some good on this channel. The one that I wanted to tell you about too is this cat right here. He got caught, arrested in North Dakota after kidnapping and human trafficking. There was two men charged for kidnapping and human trafficking charges involving a couple of teenagers that were 15 and a 16-year-old reported missing on August the 6th from Fargo, North Dakota. And it really doesn't go into the names of the person here that was missing, the two girls, but they had the two sisters. They were found in a motel, and this Jeremy Moats and Justin Angermeter, I think it is. That's the weird name. Angermeyer, maybe it is. 28 and 22 were arrested at a Travel Lodge motel there, and according to jail records, and these girls were missing, and these guys did not have, and they wanted to come home. Supposedly the sisters told the police when they were rescued that they had asked several times, please let us go home. So this was not a situation where these guys were boyfriends and they decided to run off. These girls were kidnapped and held, and there's no telling what these girls would have been subjected to on the human trafficking standpoint up there in the Dakotas. And you think, well, that's not a very good area to be human trafficking in, but I'll say this: you've got all kinds of oil workers up there, all around that area is hundreds of oil workers, and they be getting paid lots of money, and you could very well move in like prostitutes or sex workers or human traffic individuals into these camps. I know a guy that works, or he did work. He's back in law enforcement now, but he was an oil tank driver, and he worked 2 to 3 weeks in a row up there, and he came home for a week and he went back up there. So you can see there's hundreds of workers up there in these camps, these big camps. So you could very easily see where they could use these people for human traffic to get sexual workers up there. Not saying the guys are bad up there. It's just when they, you got such a large group of individuals, all men up there. There's not any women pretty much at work up there in these areas. Then they can be trafficked through there. Another one that I'm going to say that's missing here, this one tonight, and I always want to bring somebody up that is missing, is last seen on May 6, 2019 at the AV Mall wearing a pink dress, also goes by Jess or Jessica, 15 years old, brown eyes, light brown hair, 5'4", 130. Basically no other information, but she was probably at a mall and went with the wrong people. That's what you could have to say. There's no other information I can find on it. I hope all of y'all had a great New Year's and a good Christmas. I'm making some pretty radical New Year's resolutions. One in particular, I'm gonna ask you to help me with. I'm quitting sugar. As of the first 12 o'clock last night, I have not had. Now that doesn't. I'm not saying that I'm not going to eat potatoes, because I know that all that stuff is got sugar in it, or food that's prepared with sugar in it. That's not. I can't go that drastic, not yet. But any sweets, no pies, no cookies. I know my wife, Lord have mercy, God help me. I'm gonna need some prayer in that case, because she cooks them no matter what. Yeah, carbs, right. Last time I quit carbs, or lowered my carbs down to 20 carbs a day, I lost 50 pounds in 5 months. So I'm going to start just by quitting sugar, period. No sweets, no colas, no, and I don't drink many of those anyway. Probably one, I used to drink about one a month. And no desserts, no cookies, none of that stuff. I need to get some weight off of me, and I'm going to try to even go a little bit on the low carb on everything else. I'm going to try to be good. I am. But sugar's bad for you. And it's like, I've heard that quitting sugar is almost like quitting drugs, because you're so addicted to it. I mean, we have a thing in our kitchen, a big thing, and it's full of wintergreen lifesavers. Big one. Thank you, Angela. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that very much. You just don't know. I really do. Thank you very much. But we have this thing of lifesavers in our kitchen. Big thing of lifesavers, and it's just easy when you're eating sugar. Go pick you out 4 or 5, and they're like 4 calories a piece. I've looked at them, but still that's sugar, and I can't do it. I mean, I've got some actually. Thanks again, James. I really do appreciate that. I've got actually, and did I miss somebody else up here that did something too? Julie, thank you very much, Julie. I didn't see you there. You slipped in on me there. Thank you very much for giving that on behalf of Sergeant Melinda. I do appreciate that very much, Julie. I just, I have them even back behind me. I've got to get all that stuff out of here and put it somewhere. Keto. Yes. Lisa, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lisa. Somebody there, let me try. I was trying to read that, said that they were like type 2 diabetes. Yeah, I reversed my type 2 diabetes. Arwen, let me tell you, this is why I initially lost my 50 pounds. I went in for blood work, and my doctor says, well, everything looks good. All your blood work's perfect. However, you're pre-diabetic. And scared me to death. Absolutely scared me to death. Thanks again, Lisa. But because I told her, I said, I've been seeing this female. She's a female, of course, but I've been seeing her for about 20 years, seeing our whole family. And I said, well, I'm gonna lose some weight, and I'll reverse this. She said, Tommy, you know how long I've been hearing that? And I said, yes, ma'am, I know, but I promise you, next time you see me, she said, okay. Just smiled. Well, I lost 50 pounds in about 5 months, but here's the problem. Once I hit that 50-pound mark, I stayed there. I couldn't lose any. I wouldn't gain any. I was just staying there. And I was still on keto. I was still trying hard, but I just could not lose any more weight. I don't know why. But it was rocked along there for about a year, and I came away about 50 pounds lighter. But then once I went kind of off of keto, I slowly started going back to my old habits of eating cookies and candy and sugar, and you can't do that. I can't do that. And I gained back up. Now, I'm still 20 pounds, 12 to 15 pounds lower than I was when I started last time. But see, I've gained back up there. I've gained 40 pounds, about 40 pounds. So I've just said, nope, I'm going off of it again. I'm going off of sugar, and I'm doing close to keto as possible. Just trying to, eat eggs, eat bacon, eat something less carbs. But I'll tell you what I did do too, and I know we're way off of what this channel's about, but this is what we're talking about, is I did start eating eggs, like farm fresh eggs. Have people that bring me eggs all the time, and I would buy their eggs or whatever. And I got a lady now. She'll bring me 4 or 5 cartons of eggs a week, and we'll buy their eggs from them. It's not very much. And I was worried about my cholesterol being up because I was eating 4, 5, 6 eggs a day. And, they'll come out with the American Heart Association will come out with this saying, yeah, the show's called Missing Calories, right? And, but when I went to have my blood work down, my cholesterol was low. My good cholesterol was up. My bad cholesterol was low. So, I don't think that was a problem, but I don't know. We still have fireworks going. Last night, about right beside my house, somewhere in this area, somebody was shooting a gun. It was not fireworks. It sounded like a 9mm pistol. It was obvious, so I didn't go out and look around. I was worried about my animals. I got a cat outside. My dogs were inside. Dogs gave fits last night for all these fireworks, but they didn't hide. They just barked a lot. But I do want to go back in there with my friends are here. I do appreciate all your donations. Believe me, that really helps us out. And I do sincerely appreciate it. I really do. And I hate just skipping out here. I've only been here about 15 minutes and talking, but I do want to go back in there and see them. And like I said, it was totally unexpected that they showed up. So I was very happy to see them. I want to say other thing too, Roll Tide. Alabama just won tonight in the semifinals of the football playoffs. But I do appreciate your time tonight. I do appreciate you coming and your gifts. And Happy New Year. We do want to say our prayers for Sergeant Melinda and all those that are suffering with COVID, and ask you to be safe. And, you know, in the next week or so, our country is going to change hands with presidencies and a lot of other stuff. And I just about can't turn on the news because of everything going on. I really can't. And, but just pray for our country. That's what I intend to do, is pray for God's will in our country. That's what I want to do. And we will see you Tuesday night, I promise. And if you need anything, email me. Tell me your New Year's resolution too. And maybe we'll work on them together. And we love you. I sincerely mean that. I look forward to every night on here seeing y'all. We love you. And I'm going to play this little outro here, and I'm going to get out of here. But go over and watch Draper Brothers tonight. I understand they have a year-end thing. And I appreciate Dusty the other night, his kind words that he said about us. Every little bit helps. And I appreciate it if you could share our channel. And we hope to see you on Tuesday. Good night, and thanks a lot, and God bless y'all.